A major health problem targeting both young and old alike in this country is diabetes, and it is especially a problem for the Hispanic community. As part of an in-depth study, Cronkite News has discovered this is a disease that is becoming a huge problem for the Hispanic community living along the Arizona-Mexico border. Reporter Taylor Summers has been working on this story for months, along with Cronkite News reporter Bastian Inzaralde. Taylor joins us live from the online bureau with what they found. Taylor?
Yes, Ryan, type 2 diabetes has become a big problem, particularly along the U.S. and Mexico border. Now, nonprofit health groups in the area are teaching people how to prevent the disease and how to live with it.
I would eat anything and everything. Red meat, anything.
No one had told me about diabetes. Nobody had told me, don't do that.
Eloisa Lara and Margarita Arredondo have lived with type 2 diabetes for several years. A lack of knowledge about the disease and a lack of treatment caused major health problems for both.
I love life, even though I don't have my leg anymore.
My kidneys are working at 10%. And as for my vision, I almost can't see anything.
For Margarita, this was the last time we got to speak with her. The disease progressed way too far, and she passed away before Thanksgiving.
Stories like this are common along the U.S.-Mexico border. Latinos in particular are at risk to develop type 2 diabetes while living in this area.
The statistics in Arizona alone are overwhelming. According to the state health department, more than 9% of Arizona's adults reported having diabetes as of 2010. However, for Latinos, that number was more than 12%, and the likelihood of diabetes only goes up in a border community such as Yuma County.
It has to do with poverty. They can go across the border and just buy anything they want.
But what they are buying is the problem: cheap and fattening foods. Floribela Redondo, who runs an organization to battle diabetes, says the challenge is getting people to buy healthier food.
They were always looking for those cheap prices, but those cheap prices come with a lot of empty calories.
Redondo's organization, called Campesinos Sin Fronteras in Yuma County, teaches people how to manage their diabetes and how to prevent the disease. She believes the rise in diabetes can also be explained by a culture change when crossing the border. In the United States, it's more common to eat out to save time.
When you go to McDonald's, it's because it's a fast food place and you just go because you don't have time to cook.
So now the push is on to get diabetics, especially young diabetics like Juan Rosales, to change their habits by teaching healthier ways to live.
They used to bring these charts and tell you what things you can eat and how much portions of those things you can eat.
Because of classes like these, Juan can now live a healthy life and hopes to work in law enforcement.
I changed it, but I still had the other option of being to be in the police range. And
as for Eloisa, she tries to remain optimistic.
One has to adapt to a new life.
A new life, hopefully, with many years ahead.
Probably the trickiest thing for medical professionals handling the spread of type 2 diabetes is that there are so many factors involved. But that said, the growing obesity rate and lack of health insurance are some of the leading causes along the border.
Taylor, are health officials in Yuma doing anything to help people prevent diabetes?
Well, I spoke with an official in Yuma County, and she didn't want to speak on camera, but she told me that the county health department is working with these non-profit groups in order to raise awareness about type 2 diabetes. The county actually had to scale back much of their own diabetes awareness programs because of budget cuts. However, these non-profit groups operate on grant money. Reporting live from the online bureau, I'm Taylor Summers for Cronkite News.